Hey guys, Little Creationist here. I know this is going to be a bad video and not related to anything I've ever done before, but the other channel that I was going to upload this on, I sort of lost the password for like a genius. Alright, so the video that I'm going to be focusing on today is Dragunity decks. Now a lot of people say that the Dragunity deck is down and out for the count. I sort of disagree. I mean, it has a lot of potential to be competitive. I don't know if I've done that. I hope I have. So I'm going to show you my deck today, and I'm wondering if you could put in the comments whether you think that this deck is competitive. We'll start out with the creatures, and then we'll go to traps, spells, extra deck, and then plays that this deck has made or what it can make off the top of the bat. Okay? Sound good? Alright, let's get to it. So, I run the 3 armed dragons in this deck. Now, I don't run a lot of copies of my dragon type monsters because, well, I'll get to that in a minute. But I run the armed dragon level 3, which during your next standby phase you can get level 5 on the field by sending him to the graveyard. And then on the field after that, you can, if you just, on the turn after that, or on the same turn, if you destroy a monster with the armed dragon level 5 during your end phase, you can get level 7 on the field. Armed Dragon level 3 has 1200 attack and 900 defense. Armed Dragon level 5 has 2400 attack and 1700 defense. The effect of Armed Dragon level 5 is that you can discard 1 card from your hand and target one of the monsters your opponent controls, face down or face up. If the monster that you target has less attack than the monster you just put in your graveyard from your hand, then you can destroy it. Armed Dragon level 7 has a similar effect, but it affects all of his monsters. So that's the armed dragons. Now, there's a couple of equip cards in this deck, because Dragunities love doing that. I run, for equip cards, I run Ackley's and Brandistock. Brandistock, when equipped to a monster, you can attack twice in a row. Ackley's, you can, when it's normal summon, you can special summon a Dragunity monster from your hand, then equip it with this card. Like, for example, I get a Mistletoe on the field, or in my hand, normal summon this, put it in my graveyard to get the Mistletoe out, then put Ackley's on the Mistletoe. That's pretty good. You can pull that on the first turn. Alright, so that covers equips. I always run 2 Summoner Monks. I mean, they're really nice. You can summon any level 4 monster in your deck by just tributing 1 spell. I run 2 of them, mainly because it's good for really big plays. I'll explain that later. But I always run 2. It gets better chance of drawing them, and it's not going to be like an amazing draw. Like, you're not going to draw 2 at once. That's what I was trying to say. And I typically don't run more than 1 copy of something in my deck. I'm running also 2 Armas, Mistletoe and Leviathan, or Leviathan, whatever you choose to say. I like Leviathan. I don't run more than 1 of each type. Mistletoe and Leviathan are the only ones I keep in my deck. They're both, you can get 3 of each copy in your deck if you want to, and a lot of people do that and say it's more competitive, but I'd rather not draw 2 of these in 1 turn. I think they're good for wham plays if you want to do that sort of thing, but besides that, my armed dragon, it is sort of like I have 2 of these already. So there's those. Their effects are, by the way, you can special summon this one by getting rid of 1 monster, and that had 1 Dragunity monster that already has an equip card on it, or you can just normal summon it by attributing. Like, say, 1 second. Say you had Ackley's and both of these in your hand. You would be able to normal summon Achilles. Sorry, I keep changing his name because I don't know how to pronounce it very much. You could normal summon Achilles, use his effect, put him in the graveyard to get Mistletoe, second effect, equip him back, then put both of these in the graveyard, normal summon Leviathan, and then put Achilles back. Now, that's pretty cool, because with Achilles' effect, first of all, on your first turn you have 2600 attack monsters on the field. Second of all, hold on, my screen just dimmed. Second of all, you have Dragunity Achilles' effect. And Achilles' effect is while he's equipped to a monster, if he's destroyed, you can send 1 monster you control to the graveyard. So not only did you just get a 2600 monster on the field with an equip card, you also just destroyed one of your opponent's cards, and it can be any card. Okay, now I also run a couple basic Dragunities in here. It's not really a Dragunity deck anymore. It's more or less it's based around Dragunities, and you'll be seeing a lot of them. There's more of that than other cards in the deck. I run Legionnaire. When he's normal summoned, you can select one level 3 or lower, Dragunity monster in your graveyard and equip it to this card. Now the cool thing about that is once it's done, like say you normal summon him and Achilles is in your graveyard, normal summon, equip, you can get rid of this guy to get rid of one monster or one monster your opponent control, one face-up monster your opponent has, and you just get rid of it. Plus, then Achilles' effect comes in, because when he's equipped to a monster and destroyed, you can get rid of one card too. So you just got rid of 2 cards without losing your monster. Then there's Dragunity Primus Pilus. When he's normal summoned, by the way, he has 2200 attack and he's level 5. When he is normal summoned, you can get one face-up winged beast Dragunity monster you control and equip it with one level 3 or lower Dragunity monster from your deck. So let's just say I have this guy on the field, Legionnaire, and I have Achilles in my deck. And just for the sake of the scenario, I have Brandistock. I sacrifice Brandistock, summon Pilus, uses effect, equip him to Legionnaire, then get rid of him with the effect, and there's 2 cards destroyed again. So, you could just keep running. I mean, you could run more than one Achilles in your deck, but unfortunately I don't have one. So that's 2 of those down. And then there's Dragunity Dux. He gains 200 attack for each face-up Dragunity card you control. When he's normal summoned, you can just basically, you have the Mistletane's effect. You can equip one level 3 or lower Dragunity card in your graveyard to this card. Okay, so that goes over that. Now, I have some etc. monsters, or misc if you want to say. I'll go through those first. Okay. I have Exploder Dragon. This is a dragon deck after all, so I wanted to be, original with it. I usually set him because his special effect is you don't take any battle damage from attacks involving this card. So I could attack anybody, no matter what attack they are, and I don't take any battle damage. Neither player does, actually. But if he is destroyed by battle, you can destroy the card that destroyed it. He has 1000 attack and 0 defense, so he's great for just setting. Then I put Whitehorn Dragon in my deck. Now I had to special order this guy offline because unfortunately I have never had the chance of drawing him in a card pack. When he is normal summoned or special summoned, target up to 5 spells, or get 5 spells from your opponent's graveyard, or up to how many they have, and he gains 300 attack for each, but you have to banish those spell cards out of your opponent's graveyard. So he can get up to 37 attack on the first turn you summon him, and you can summon him with 1 tribute because he is a level 6. I always run, personally actually, I run 2 Masked Dragons. I have made these with just a couple equip cards in my spells, get 5,000 attack on the first turn that they're out, but I usually have them for their effect. I usually have 1 set, and if I have both, one's in attack mode and one's set. When they're destroyed by battle, you can take Dragon Monster that's in your deck, and if it has 1500 attack or less, so let's just say we had Exploder Dragon, and you can special summon it. So you would special summon him, and there he is. Just because your opponent decided they wanted to destroy your happy little dragon. Now that, I think, is actually pretty cool. Make sure I'm not getting off track here or missing anything. Okay. So I only have 3 creatures left before I've pretty much gone over everything, I think. Yeah, that's everything. Okay. Hunter Owl. Hunter Owl, he is a card that gains 500 attack for each face-up wind monster you control. But if you control another wind monster that's not him, you can actually, he can't be targeted for an attack. So just putting him on the field, he gains 500 attack. So he has 1500 when you put him out. And it's very useful because this is a wind-based deck. You'll rarely see any monster of a different type. I have Spear Dragon. He's a dragon who's level 4, by the way. This is mostly a level 4 and below deck, besides a couple exceptions like the Armed Dragons and the Mistletoe. He has 1900 attack, and he inflicts piercing battle damage, and if he attacks, he's changed to defense position at the end. Then there's Mistbelly Falcon. 2000 attack, but you have to tribute a card to attack with him. Okay, now we've gotten that out of the way, and as I said, we'll be going to traps next. Okay, something cool about my traps. Tower of Babel. If for each spell card activated, you put a counter on this card, and when the 4th one is activated, whoever activated the spell card to put a counter on this card loses 3000 LP. So that's pretty nice. Then Shadow Spell. For those who don't know what this does, you target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 700 attack and cannot attack or change its battle position. And when it leaves the field, destroy this card. Dragon's Rage. It makes all dragons you control do piercing battle damage. Bottomless Trap Hole. Every single time your opponent summons or the one time that your opponent summons a 1500 or less attack monster, you can banish it immediately. Icarus Attack. Destroy one winged beast type monster to select 2 cards on the field and destroy them. Mirror Force. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy all attack position monsters they control. Impenetrable Attack. This card has 2 effects. Target one monster on the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects during this battle phase, or you take no battle damage during this battle phase. Obviously you activate that during the battle phase. Raigeki Break. Discard 1 card from your hand to destroy 1 card on the field. Made to, get rid of Raigeki, which takes all face-up monsters you control and, gets rid of them. Or at least that's what its name suggests. Called the Haunted. You target one monster in your graveyard and special summon that in attack position, and when it leaves the field, so does this card, and vice versa. Magic Cylinder. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you negate the attack and inflict the damage equal to that card's attack to you. So it just reverses the attack. That is my traps. Sorry, I don't have anywhere to put these right now. Now going on to spells. Okay. I forgot to organize these. So we have Terraforming. It allows me to get a field spell from deck to hand. I choose Dragon Ravine usually. So Terraforming and Dragon Ravine go together. That allows me to get 1 level 4 or lower monster dragon type from my deck to my hand by discarding 1 card. That's just in case I draw only spells or traps. Okay. Then we have United We Stand. You equip it to a face-up card because it's an equip card, of course, and it gains 800 attack for each face-up monster you have, which is pretty nice. Pot of Duality. You draw 3 cards and pick one and then shuffle the rest into your deck. You can't special summon during the turn that you activate this, though. Dark Hole gets rid of all monsters on the field. Poison of the Old Man. You can either gain 1200 life points or inflict 800 to your opponent. Dragon's Gunfire. You can inflict 800 damage to your opponent or select one face-up monster with 800 or less defense and destroy it. Not very useful unless you just want to inflict damage. I have a lot of these spell cards mainly because of the increased chances of drawing Summoner Monk and using his effect. A lot of special summoning in this deck. Book of Moon. I use this when an opponent's monster declares an attack. When they declare the attack, you're typically going to want to activate this, and you can change it to face down defense position. Heavy Storm. I know this is in Japanese, so you won't be able to read it. Heavy Storm destroys all other spell or trap cards on the field. Monster Reincarnation. Target 1 card in your graveyard and add that to your hand. And Mage Power. Mage Power is pretty cool. For each spell and trap card you have, the card targeted by this equip card gains 500 attack. So it's basically, you have 4 other equip cards and you have a 1400 attack monster. It includes itself, so that 1400 attack monster just got a nice little 2500 attack bonus. Swords are Revealing Light. For 3 turns, your opponent cannot declare an attack, and they are all switched to face up on the field if you have any face down cards. And Mystical Space Typhoon, which can target one spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. Okay. Then the extra deck. The extra deck is a bit confusing, but it's all I can rummage out of my little spare trap cards since I don't have a lot of money. Okay, let's start out with this actually. Okay, Shark Fortress. You get 2 level 5 monsters, and then you can remove 1 XYZ from this card to target 1 card you control, and it can attack twice during this battle phase. I use this typically on Nightmare Shark. Nightmare Shark takes 2 level 3 monsters with my Dragon Ravine that is really easy to get on the field. Then you can target 1 water monster, including him, to attack your opponent directly. So I take Nightmare Shark and use Shark Fortress's effect on it so we can attack twice. Nightmare Shark has 4,000 attack. Game. Right there. That's just OTK. Okay, so that gets rid of them. Utopia Beyond. Actually, I'll go with Utopia first. 2 level 4 monsters. This is pretty good with my deck because I can do it in 1 turn. I can get Summoner Monk, discard 1 spell card, get 1 level 4 from my deck, special summon it, overlay, and Utopia. He takes he has 2 materials, of course, because 2 level 4 monsters. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. I didn't plan this video out very much. I just thought it'd be very cool. You can discard 1 XYZ material when any monster declares an attack and negate the attack. But if this card is attacked while it has no XYZ materials, you destroy it anyway. Then number 39, Utopia Beyond. 2 level 6 monsters. If this card is XYZ zone, the attack of all the monsters your opponent currently controls becomes 0. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, then target 1 face-up XYZ monster you control and 1 Utopia monster in your graveyard. Banish the first target, and if you do, special summon the second target and gain 1250 LP. So let's say you get rid of my Utopia. Okay, fine. I'm just going to use Beyond's effect to discard Shark Fortress, get him back, and gain 1250 LP. Then next turn I'd probably tribute him for something else because no materials equals no fun. Anyway, that's my deck. Sorry for the long video. Sorry for a lot of stuttering. And my messy room. See ya. Thanks.